All right, Coach. You are just a day away from competing for a national championship. You've taken Toledo to heights that no one really thought was possible, and now here you are playing for a national championship. How are you feeling the day before the biggest game in Toledo football history?
Yeah, and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling confident. This is my third championship in a row, going to the championship. So I've been here before. I know what to do. I'm definitely feeling all the excitement from everyone else in the city. Yeah, I know it's a huge deal for everyone, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And but there is some, I've been here before, and I've left on a good note one time. The first time I went, I know what that feeling is. So I'm hopeful. I'm glad that everyone's hyped up and everything, and we're gonna go out there and do our best. But as soon as I come back with the hardware, that's what I'll really celebrate.
Now you've got a formidable opponent in Texas. Obviously, you've faced a lot of really good teams this season. You've beaten Florida, USC, Notre Dame, Tennessee. So not that anybody scares you guys, but hey, Texas is no joke. What kind of challenge are they going to pose?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Texas is a great program, great coach, great kids. We're just going to go out there and do our own thing. It's if we do all our little things perfectly, we handle everything on our side of the ball. I'm confident in these kids. We have a great defensive end in Robert Roberto. Our entire offense and defense is just they're coming off the line and they're playing their hearts out. There's no quit in this team, and I don't want to say anything negative against Texas, but it doesn't really matter who we go up against. We've proven every game so far this season that we're going to come out on top, and I have confidence we'll do it again.
I mean, you've taken a program that's maybe in a good year would compete for a MAC championship and would be very satisfied with that. But you've taken them now to the national championship, a #1 ranking, obviously a MAC championship as well. You've had one of your players be a Heisman candidate, which I can't say probably anyone ever expected a Toledo football player to be a Heisman candidate. How have you gotten your team to buy into you and to your coaching style and to believe that the University of Toledo can compete for a national championship?
Yeah, well, a long time ago, somebody told me that, success leaves clues. And so one thing that, after every win, I say, hey, we just won. Now let's focus on next week. But always remember, this is where we came from. And so just to remind them, we've been here before. We've done this before. And we're going to go out and do it again. Like I said, it doesn't really matter who we're going up against. As long as we take care of what we need to on our side of the ball, we don't have any issue. And so just reminding them that, keeping it in their head that these men are champions. We haven't had that national title yet. And so just keep reminding them, hey, you're champions and this is your destiny. This is what we're going to go out and do. Now let's go out and do it.
Obviously, something that has hung over really all of your season so far to this point has been, the coaching carousel that happens at the end of every season. I know coaches hate being asked this question, but is it a distraction for your team? To have all these rumors flying around about where's Doug's going to go next?
No, it's not. I don't really let that talk go on in the locker room. Again, I've set up a certain precedent in the locker room that we're there to talk about football, and we're there to talk about this season. We're there to talk about this game. And so no comment on where I'm going to be later on. But as of right now, I'm the head football coach at the Toledo Rockets, and that's all I have to say about that.
Well, you've got the whole town behind you. Restaurants are giving out discounts when you put up 50 burgers. You've got the mayor offering you a key to the city if you're able to get it done. What has that meant? The support that this whole city has shown your program.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just icing on the cake. And I would say that actually has a really good. That's been a really big impact on us. So it's nice to know that we are doing our best and we're going to go out there and win. But to know that hey, the city has support for us and the city's following us and they're behind us, that just helps motivate the young men in this locker room that hey, when you get out of here, it's not just a national ring you're going to have. Not to speak for just myself, but I think when I get the key to the city, it's going to be the whole team getting the key to the city.
Absolutely. All right, Coach. Last question from me, because I know you're busy. Got to put the final touches on this game plan together. What's going to be your message to your team right before you go out there and play for a national championship?
Absolutely. And so I would just, again, reinforce the confidence in them and say, hey, listen, when we started out this season, no one expected us to be here except for us. They still have that mentality. They don't want us there. They don't expect us to be there. We're going to go out and prove them wrong.